So we're now going to cover invoicing, and this is quite a little bit big section. So this, I'm going to do it all in one video, but feel free to stop and go back and everything if you want to. So invoicing, there's a few ways you can get to invoices. So as I've mentioned before, the little plus, you can come up here and do plus invoice. You can click here to do a new sales invoice. You can come up here and go to invoices, or you can click on here and go to invoices as well. There's a few different ways of doing it. So let's just come into here. So we've got the sales overview. So again, you've got the quotes there and the invoices at the top. And this will just give you a overview of where you're at. So you've got some draft invoices that have just been drafted, not been sent. You've got awaiting approval, which is if there's more than one of you and you want some kind of approval system for your invoices, you can use this. You can one of your team can draft it and submit it to you for approval. It won't actually email you or alert you that it's there, but you just can go in, you can see it's there, and then once you're happy with it, you can approve it and send it, and then it will come into awaiting payment, and then it will also show in overdue when the invoices are overdue. You've also got links up here to invoices that are paid and invoices that are repeating, and I'm going to go through all of these. We're going to do the repeating invoice in a separate video. I'm just going to go through all of the different parts of invoicing and looking at invoices, standard invoices in this video, and then we'll go on to repeating in a separate one. So if I just click on this see all, you're going to get this invoices screen. And you can see things here in a few different ways. You've got all invoices, draft, awaiting approval, awaiting payment, paid, and repeating. So it's a little bit like the overview, where you could just see these. But now you can see everything. And you've also got up here, you can raise a new invoice, repeat an invoice. You can invoice to different groups. You can raise a new credit note, send statements, import or export. So if you've got invoices from a list of invoices from somewhere else and you want to get them in, you can do it in here. You can export a list. You can turn off and go back to that invoice reminders settings from here. You can also go to your online payment settings from here as well. So I'm going to go through the invoice process. So to raise a new invoice, I'm just going to click here for now. And I'm just going to choose one of the random ones that we've got here for Eastside Club. I'm going to raise an invoice as of today. And what it's done there, I'm going to pop this up in this corner, I think. What it's done here is it's put contact details that have all the defaults have been set for this one. Reference, I'm going to pop it in golf. It's got the online payment set up, but you can change it here if you want to. Say which one you want to add or use. In the currency, and you've got the branding theme. I'm going to do special projects. And then I'm going to pop in. Let's do a couple of these. So I want 2 of these. And I want what else do I want? I want a t-shirt. I want 2 of those as well. You can also, if you've got other things, you can also pop in your details as well. So I also want a golf club. And for anyone who does play golf, I apologise. I do kind of know a little bit, but I'm butchering golf at the moment. So I can pop in all the details that I want. I can select the regions if I'm tracking. If you're not using tracking categories, then these will not be here. They'll only come up here if you're using them. Department, let's do marketing. And if you're using projects, you can pop in a project as well. Where's it gone? Brand launch. That's all in. It adds it all up. It works out all the VAT. If I want to attach files, like I mentioned in the quotes, you can. So this one, I may want to just add some pictures of the branded t-shirt, for example, as an example, or a picture of the all packaged up, ready to go. Probably wouldn't do that, to be fair, would you? But you can add files if you need to. You can also add any notes and see your history as well. I am ignoring this switch to classic invoicing because classic invoicing is being switched off. Depending on when you're watching this training, it may have already been switched off. So I'm not going to cover classic invoicing because it's being retired, so there's no point in covering it. So I've drafted this. Oops, I've taken off the online payment. That was really helpful, wasn't it? Okay. It's not giving me the option there. Oh, it's because I've changed the branding theme, that's why. And there's no option to add it to there. So if I wanted the branding, the payment option, I'd need to put that back. And it's now changed it back to the PayPal. So yeah, that's something to watch as well. If you change to a branded theme that's not got a payment service, and obviously there isn't one there, and if you've not allocated it to the invoice, you wouldn't be able to select it. So I've drafted this, but I only need my manager to just check it before it goes. So I am going to submit it for approval. So what you'll see now is it's now moved into this awaiting approval. So now I am the manager and I'm coming on and I'm going to have a look at it. I'm going to check it over, make sure I'm happy, and then go, actually, no, we're changing the price here. So these are going to be $15.25 each. You can change whatever you want. That's what I'm trying to show you. You can also up here preview, so you can see what they're going to see. Let's wait for it to load. So this would be what they see. You can even download a copy of it if you want to. So remember when I said before about the payment advice, that's how it looks on the invoice. So if that's something you didn't want, you'd then go back into settings and update that, take that off of the template. When you make changes to the template and come back into it, it will automatically update. So if I now went and changed and took off that payment advice for this template, come back in, it would not be there. So it changes instantly, and as the invoice generates, that's how it will look. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with everything. So I'm now going to approve it. And I am going to email it. So there's a couple of different templates here, depending on what suits, because we've set up a couple, so you can change it. I'm going to change it to this one just because why not? And I'm going to send this to myself. And we're going to attach it as a PDF as well. You don't have to attach it as a PDF because they will be able to see it online. But if your customer is using a extraction tool, their side, they're going to want the PDF because it'll just make life a lot easier for them. So I would always attach the PDF. I'm going to send it. So what that's done is it's gone from draft to awaiting approval. I've now approved it and it's now sat in awaiting payment. It's this one here that we've just done. And what you can see is because I've sent it, it's got this green sent. So invoice has come in. It's here. And it's got all the details. You can see it. And it's also got the attachment. So if somebody else was using extraction software, they can just forward it straight on to their software and then they'll take that out and do the necessary at their end. What I love about payment, online payments, is it adds this green banner here. And again at the bottom. So they can either click on here or they can click on here and it'll take them to the same place. Now got their online invoice so they can see it, see all the details, and if we'd have put bits in earlier with the links and everything, they'll all be down here as well, and any blurb or anything like that. Let's all obviously the terms through and everything as well. Just like in the quote, they can ask a question, so they can email straight back to ask a question. They can also download it as a PDF or a CSV, whichever they need it to do. And if we come back here and refresh, what you will now be able to see is that sent has changed to view. So you know that the customer has now viewed that invoice. Unfortunately, just opening the email or just opening the attachment won't make it turn it to viewed. It's literally only when they come into the online invoice it will update. But if we just look in here, I'm going to move me out the way. What you will see if we come down to the history and notes is, so you've got all the editing and all the history of what's been gone, but this is the fun part, it will show it was viewed online via the online link. So if the customer says to you, oh, I haven't received that, you can go back to them and say, well, you have and you viewed it. So you know they're lying to you or stalling for payment or anything like that. What they can now do as well using that payment service is they can click on Pay Now and it will take them straight to PayPal. Now obviously this is demo account, so it's not actually going to take you to a PayPal, but it'll take them to PayPal and they can do the whole checkout process in there and make payment. So it's a really easy one to do, or they can leave it in their inbox until the payment date and then do it. But either way, it prompts them to do it and it takes them through that workflow, and it just means it's nice and quick and easy for them to make payment to you. So you're sitting there waiting for payment, and we'll go through the payment side of it when we come to reconciling later. However, if they do make payment and you see the payment come in, you can come into it and you can mark it manually as paid as well, ready to reconcile later. If you just want to mark it as paid because you've seen the payment come in. So you can, there, you can click add payment. It's changed a little bit. And you can put the date they paid it, which bank they've paid it into, and a reference if you want to. And either way, that will get reconciled when it comes in on the bank feed. And we will go through reconciling again a bit, but what you can see now is it's moved it to the Bayside Club and it's sat there as paid. So it's no longer in your awaiting payment. So that is the sales overview and the invoice process. And we'll cover all the other little bits in a separate video.